Yo, what it do, Metropolitan America, what it is, man. The THATERRADOME is on air. Today is Monday, you know what I mean? April the 10th, top of the work week. Hope everybody had a blessed and good weekend, man. I sure did best that I could. We here. I'm a little pressed for time, just a little bit though, but I am trying to tell the story in its entirety or whatever. I'm bringing out the spin-off series today. Uh, I'll get back to the regular seasons. I still got some more information I'm gathering, so I'm gonna handle that. But while I'm here, at least as much as this as you guys can catch, because I'm in the same spot where the service is normally terrible. So however much that you guys can catch, you know what I'm saying. Well, that's what we gonna get into. I told y'all last week, I was gonna give you this one. This is K Shine story. Okay. Now, I think the only other kind of episode I've done like this, and I had to split it up into two parts because I had to go through the goddamn gate and my job. You know what I'm saying? Kid Slade. I think Kid Slade was the only other time I did something like this. All right. Well, this one's going to be a lot more detailed. The timeline is not as important though in this episode as it was in Kid Slade one. The timeline was everything in Kid Slade one. This one, not so much. But it'll be more finer details in this one. Sure. So let's go back. 2012. So 2012, I told y'all that was my rookie season, my very, very introduction to battle rap and URL, which is battle rap, because I'm still not really sure what leagues are and stuff like that. I only know rappers a little bit. The rappers I knew at that time, off the top of my head, like if you say Hit My Holler name, I would know who you're talking about, but that's it. Surf, I know battles, but that's it. You know what I mean? I know Surf's name. We was calling him Sue Surf. You know, nobody had any abbreviations or shortened names during this time. During these days, there's absolutely none of that going on. You know what I'm talking about? Suge, Shotgun Suge. We wasn't signing Suge. Shotgun Suge. Hadn't gotten to that point yet. Who else? Oh yeah, Arsenal. I do remember Arsenal from back in the day on UW. And I feel like there's one. Conceited, bro. Because everybody in the hood back then loved Conceited. You know, they're like, hey, it sounds cool, bro, but like, I think punching was the thing that really got people to open their eyeballs back then. So it was Con, Suge, Surf, Hitman. Um, that was like an artist, like the core group of cats that had namesake in the hood at the time. But we still are not familiar. Like we fronting like we familiar, so we look like we tapped in. We not tapped in for real. Like we only watched. They just we knew them niggas was just watching battles with me, bro. Like I didn't have computer access like that to keep it honest with you. I ain't had computer access like that. So anytime somebody had a phone with YouTube on it, somebody had an iPod, yeah, we in there watching battles, bro, because they don't believe like the lines that I'm saying. They don't think they're real. That was a big thing back then. Like some of these bars were so outlandish and crazy at the time, nobody believed that somebody actually said that on the stage and didn't get their fucking brains blown out. They wanted to see it. You know what I mean? So once that got out the way, like, yeah, people was checking in, people started making their own little favorites, but it was more like a phase. But there's a guy, though, who also, I watched this battle against Surf, and me and several other of my friends watched this battle against Surf. We just, for some odd fucking reason, we disregarded this guy. His name is K Shine. So y'all know K Shine and Surf battled way, way back in like 2011, something like that. On all the early rounds of battles. Because I did not check in like the year that Surf went against DNA. It is pretty much like PGs before PGs. Like, I wasn't tapped in yet. I actually just watched that battle in its entirety on the old ass URL page, like maybe 2-3 months ago, bro. Classic, classic. I hate, and you know what? You have to go back and watch old ones all the time because you'll see how the sport changes and the fans change. Those fans who were in the room that day, they are able to receive all kinds of content today because a lot of the groundwork for how the niggas do their raps today started with that era. And they were just sitting quiet while DNA and Surf just literally dropped haymakers all over each other. Everybody's sitting there quiet. You know what I mean? The material had that transitioned over. This is the richer stages of that. It's a beautiful thing to see. Y'all, you know what I mean? You'll be able to tell if you go watch. Shine, same thing. Shine, same thing, man. I think what I remember from that battle is Shine having the setups he had, the punches, but it was like presence, bro. We didn't feel his presence, and then Surface spitting as well. So it just never really seemed close to me, you know. Everybody was on the interviews and stuff talking, oh yeah, he edged them. I didn't really seem close to me because again, it's like K Shine's not even there after a while. That's how I felt. Uh, bro. So I don't check the K Shine for years. When I make my return to the culture, um, whatever year Rum and Surf went down, or year after, I'm still not checking for Shorty. Still not checking for him. I don't see no battles on YouTube or nothing. Like, I'm not checking for Shorty at all. Um, when Surf Gold doing this thing, I'm only seeing K Shine's name in drama on YouTube at the time because I'm just this is before I'm like really digesting content on YouTube. I was really just looking at this like it was social media back then. So that being said, I think I'm like go to damn what happened. I remember oh yes the video of Shine and Surf they like playing around saying they're gonna do a rematch. Me I was ready for it at the time. Again I'm not hip to the sport, so I'm thinking they're being serious. They just screwing around. So as far as the tiers and the rankings are concerned, I'm not even K Shine's not even anywhere on any of them for me. I'm thinking K Shine is still just a guy. I'm not even realizing dude that had a whole transmission and everything. Because next time I think when he went against Rock, they said it was a rematch. I'm like, bro, where was I at for the first one? So I go watch the first one, and they was still a fight. I'm like, bruh, same old K Shine. I'm like, K Shine was a little scary punk bitch the first time we saw him back in 2000, whatever the hell that was. Now he trying to get into it with everybody. So now when I'm checking in with my guy E4L, you know what I mean, my co-host, this is like 3-4 years ago. Checking in with him and he's watching constantly. He's fucking with K Shine. He still does. He's always been a big K Shine fan. I'm sitting there like, bro, he's a bitch. Like, I don't want to watch that nigga. He's a bitch. This is the exact words that I'm using. Like, Charlie's a bitch. Like, I don't feel him, bro. I don't do nothing but rock a pump fake. He ain't never put paws on that. I ain't seen him slide that damn nigga. I don't fuck with him. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, he don't even rap that good to me, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I be mocking his style and shit. But what I didn't account for is transformation. Transformation, because he was not always a performer. So, all right, bro. So battles go by, right? That rock battle goes down. Loved it actually. Rock battle goes down, and I think he had like some app battles my man A4L showed me, and I'm like, okay, fire. But I'm like, it's on the app, bro. Like I haven't seen him kill anybody on YouTube. Like I'm a naysayer. I'm at this point. I'm a real life K-Shine naysayer. That's what they was telling me at work too. I'm like, yeah, shit, yeah. I'm a naysayer. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's a pussy, bro. I don't have zero faith in him. You know what I mean? Not all time great lyricist. I have zero faith in him. I want to say he go against. Let me go on YouTube, just make sure I got my shit right. Oh, bro, the 2-on-2 happens. Yes, the 2-on-2 happens, and I am like so glad that them boys went in there and just got the shit beat out of them like that. Like I am elated. Why, yes. So my man is upset that they went in there and got mopped up like that, bro. He's upset. So I'm like, bro, I'm like, I'm not even really checking for no battles from dude at the time. But then the next 2-on-2 comes out like way later when they start doing the reloadeds, and I see him in DNA versus the Monstars, which is Suge and Twerk. So I'm thinking this about to be very similar to what happened to them first gun titles. I'm not even realizing like, oh, Shine and DNA are like already a formidable tandem. NWX, I didn't know. So that ends up being like a thing. Obviously, NWX edges Monstars because of mishaps in their rounds, the majority due to mishaps in their rounds, and chemistry not being all that great. DNA and K Shine's chemistry is through the roof. Totally different situation than what happened. You know what I'm talking about? Totally different situation than what happened. Obviously, I know gun titles versus NWX, fight broke out or whatever. They end up having to run that back again. They run it back again. Obviously, it's not like as crazy fire as the first one, but now K Shine has my attention in terms of like I'm not. He's not just a guy anymore. I'm starting. I'm like I must have missed something because they're not even treating him like that. Like the opponents are approaching K Shine with caution. Not used to saying that. Not at all. Not used to saying that. So I'm saying, bro, what did I miss? What did I miss? Then I see this hair. Hey, I see grills and I see cornrows on this man. I say, dog, ain't he from Harlem? They don't dress like this in New York City. What the shit is going on? So I'm like, dog, let me go play catch up, bro. Let me play catch up. Bro, this is also my very first time watching Geechee Gotti. Shine versus Geechee. Shine versus Geechee. Slim. I was like, K Shine. I'm like, is this the exact same K Shine that I've been referencing the whole time? And I'm like, who the hell is Geechee Gotti? Because again, I'm seeing cats approaching him with caution. Who the hell is Geechee Gotti? So that's a different story for a different day. But the way K Shine was punching, doing the setups, ignoring Geechee's clowning, ignoring Geechee's badgering, because Geechee was badgering the hell. I don't never see Geechee act like that when other cats is rapping. Geechee was badgering the hell out of K Shine when they was rapping. And I'm watching K Shine be testy, like, yeah, he put his hands on the neck a couple times, like he swiped his hand. I've never seen K Shine behave like this. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, bro, this is a totally different man than the one that I saw back when we was in 8th grade. So I'm continuing to watch. I watched Rum versus K Shine, and that got intense. But goddamn it, they was in there punching. I'm going to edge Rum for that one. But the K Shine's ability, like punching, he found a new niche for punch. On God, he found a new niche for punching. At first, it seemed like his setups were the only thing getting him by, and his cadence. But that ain't true, bro. He took a page out of Hitman's book. But you want to know what's funny? He actually does Hitman's style. I won't say he's a overall better battle rapper than Hitman, because there's only one hitman. When he walks into the room and he walks into the ring, it's just a different sort of command that he has on the crowd. He got on the whole vicinity. Nobody can emulate that. Not Lux, not Mook, not anybody. And that's a fact. It is what it is. The Hitman Holla effect is 100% real. But in terms of the style, execution, the style, and being able to incorporate lyricism within that, Shine does it way better than Hitman. I ain't gonna front. Hitman is still trying to find his footing on how to be lyrical and be explosive. Still trying to find it. It's not like he's struggling. I ain't gonna go as far as to say he's struggling, but he's trying to find it. You know what I mean? K Shine is getting in them pockets. He's getting in those pockets. If you don't believe me, go check out him versus Hollow last year. Because I'm watching that battle with lackluster expectations because Hollow had kind of been in a funk a little bit. And Hollow was actually pretty good, but Shine came in there trying to clean him up. So now I'm seeing Shine. Now he got edge with him. He got attitude. He's laser focused. He came in there trying to clean him up. You know what I'm talking about? He came in there trying to clean him up. I watched the Bill Collector battle, even though it was a one-rounder, and he was laser focused. Laser focused. You know what I mean? Then I get an opportunity to see his known battle with Real Sick, and I had never seen Real Sick before, but I had heard good things about Sick. And Sick is about to turn into another Lou Castro because I've never seen Sick rap a bad round. I've never seen Lou rap a bad round, but I've seen them cats lose a shit ton of rounds. I don't know. They're just one of those dudes. The fear is so genuine of them. You just go in. You ride the greats riding to keep up with Lou and Sick. They kill them. They're riding to keep up as they go in there and murder them, bro. Because the genuine fear of getting bodied themselves is that real. And that's what I took from Shine going against Real Sick. Everybody who got ears and a brain knows Sick is a much more diverse and much better lyricist than Shine. But I'm talking about laser focus from all facets, controlling the arena, explosive performances, explosive pockets, everything's done on the dime, and the bars is incorporated in that. It's incorporated in that, bro. Unfortunately, that battle is the last time we saw Shine on the big stage, man, because I'm going to get into his issues with URL a little bit, because I'm still not 100% sure what the hell actually happened in terms of paperwork, because details are still sealed. Shine was supposed to, he allegedly had one battle left on his deal. Shout out to Jack Boy May. I've been keeping up with Jack Boy ever since he had came in with the Goonies. I was doing business in 804 and 757 area of Virginia back then. So I was hip to him. I was keeping up with him. Jack Boy is obviously cut from that cloth. He's inspired by Shine to be a performer first before anything else. He had been clamoring for a K-Shine battle for about 2 years before the homecoming thing happened. The homecoming thing happens. Now, the whole time during the 2 years, Shine is very adamant about not wanting to battle Jack Boy, saying he's pretty much not in position to get a Shine battle. He needs to prove himself some more. After he battled Big T, he said the same thing. He needs to prove himself some more. Then Jack Boy, respectfully, he goes and gets bodied by John. He was a body. He was a top 5 body over the past decade. That don't help. It don't help. Shine does have a fair point, even though I do believe there is some genuine fear there. He does have a fair point. I don't really think Jack Boy worked himself up, but now that we know why, Jack Boy has lupus. Jack lupus. He is in amazing shape for somebody who has lupus, but it has held him back from being able to take plates when he wants them and how explosive his performances normally are. It's held him back for the past year and a half. It's a change. After he does what he did to Real Sick, now I'm just waiting to see what is Jack Boy going to do to recover from John body so he can position himself to get the Shine battles. Now, and all the rest of the streets was on his type time too. We're just waiting to see if they're going to cross paths or not. So they forced it on Homecoming. When Jack Boy explained why he didn't want to do it in that year, in his last battle, I'm like, God damn, URL. URL strikes again. But I'm like, man, the hell with it. If anything, Jack Boy probably want to be out of this contract. I mean, not Jack Boy, K-Shine probably just wants to be out of this contract. He's going to go in there and body Jack Boy, call it a day. Obviously, I know that battle didn't go down. Jack Boy wasn't able to get on stage, man. He had lupus, though, y'all. K-Shine, and I'm going to address K-Shine because this is the only time I've ever had an opportunity to address him about this. I was thoroughly pissed off about, how K-Shine handled the situation. Thoroughly pissed off. I left a few comments on, some of the blog tweets, but this is the first time I ever got to address him on my platform. And I don't mean no disrespect to K-Man. He's a legend. I'm sure he's a good dude, good-hearted dude. But, hey, Slim, an illness is a cold. An illness is the flu. You know what I'm talking about? Some bronchitis and some shit like that. It ain't no fucking lupus, bro. It's not no lupus. If your father called you or your brother called you and said your mama had lupus, nigga, you'd retire. You'd retire so you can make sure she's good. This is a man that's younger than you that has a fucking life-threatening disease. You know what I'm talking about? Life-threatening disease. I know 3 people that got lupus right now. It takes the whole goddamn village to stop what they doing that's kept them alive to this point. For you to go and talk down on Jack Boy the way that you did, the way for you to downplay the illness, that's some real bitch shit, Slim. I ain't gonna hold you. And as a man, I heard you got kids. Bro, you got to move smarter than that because the universe is not kind for people who do shit like that. Universe ain't kind. You got to be smarter than that. You know what I'm saying? That's some bullshit. You in your 30s, bro. You don't talk loosely about no shit like that. Nigga, your mama can go get that shit tomorrow. Nigga, your grandmama had that shit tomorrow. Your favorite auntie had that shit tomorrow. You're smoking. You a grown-ass man. You should never have your foot in your mouth like that at this age, this point in your career. That's some bullshit. I don't give a fuck how much you don't like Jack Boy. I don't give a fuck about how much he don't like you. I don't care. There's no excuse for that. The universe is they're going to tax your ass for being a shithead. I'm trying to tell you. No call for that. You know what I mean? And honestly, it might be a reason why you're in a clusterfuck right now. I ain't going to lie to you. You lost a lot of support when you did that shit because a lot of niggas don't like Jack Boy's material, but they know his situation. You went against the grain. Bad move. Bad fucking move. Bad move. You know what I mean? So now, in your current journey, you're trying to figure out where the fuck you gonna go next. I don't know what your status is at with URL, bro. You don't deserve to be held hostage or be placed under conditions and not put on no paperwork because you're fucking K-Shine. I'm sure you honored your part of the contract. I'm 99% sure of that. But how much you want to bet that situation is probably has a whole lot to do with you being stuck in this clusterfuck right now. Got to move smarter than that, my G. Got to move smarter than that. But, I mean, shit, besides that, man, K-Shine is a hell of a road, hell of a journey. He's top tier right now. He's top tier. He's tier 1. Tier 1 guy right now. By the time he hangs it up, he's going to be a tier 1. He's a tier 1. And he's a legend, bro. He's a legend. He's a trendsetter. Look at all of these cats that he birthed that specifically want to go up there and kill it on stage. That's what I was talking about last joint. I was like, I got to give K-Shine a joint to show y'all the evolution and how great he actually got at this shit. Because he was not that when I first saw him. Even when I saw him again and again, he wasn't that. Now he's a force. He's a force. You need to go in there with a game plan and execute that shit. You go see K-Shine, bro. Real shit. I don't care who you are. God bless K-Shine, man. I hope he's able to work through the situation, get to see some more K-Shine soon, get back and get money on stage. I know he's got other things going on. I know he's got some issues with some guys, man, but we all human. Shit happens, man. This is a sport. You know, we all come from similar predicaments. The majority of us black folks here in this sport. I'm supporting everybody. I'm blessing everybody. I'm wishing everybody well. So Shine is on that list, man. I pray he gets his business in order. I pray everything goes in his favor, whichever way he wants it to be, so we can get back to seeing him in his element, and he is satisfied and happy with the way his circumstances are. Because as a veteran, he's a 12-year vet, 13-year vet. That's what that man deserves. No questions asked. That's what that man deserves. God bless, man. God bless everybody. We'll be back.